You were talking to your boys the other day.
So you're not having Thirsty Thursdays with your boys the other day.
Sounds like the Scooby-Doo thing. You remember that? When they start chanting?
Ahoy, you scallywags! You're listening to the Pomps and Plunder podcast. I'll be your host, Aaron Shook. And with me is...
Hey, I'm John.
And the Moose.
And today, I haven't told the guys what the topic's going to be.
Oh, that's us. We're guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be.
Congratulations.
But I want it to be it's not as detailed or crazy as they might think it is. But have you noticed our last 4 episodes have been like deep and kind of on a negative side in a sense? Like it's been almost like
That's just the kind of people we are.
the emotional.
We just hate. That's all we do.
Yeah. So
That is not true.
but our last 4 episodes have been very like deep and thoughtful, and so I just wanted to have a fun episode where we talk about
Rainbows.
video games.
Hell yeah.
So we're nerds, and
Can we also talk about non-video games that are games?
yeah,
Oh, like
Okay.
this is gonna be a whole gaming. I just wanted we're nerds, and I wanted a nerdy episode where we talk about nerd things because a lot of our clients are also nerds. What? I'm currently getting ghost jizzed on for some reason.
that was rolling D20s.
Oh, okay. So what looked like ghost jizzing was, and I don't know why I'm looking at the computer like someone can see me. But yeah, I wanted today's topic to be video games.
Okay.
So we'll start with you, John. When did you get into video games?
I kind of got my first console when I was probably 4 or 5. My mom bought a Sega, I think it was.
Saga?
How do you say it?
Sega.
Sega? I always said Sega. So we only had one game, and it was Pac-Man. So she used to love playing that. I didn't know how the hell to play it. I died all the time, just trying to get the fucking berries. But
Trying to get my berries.
and then I kind of lost interest in it. And then I was probably about 6 maybe, and I got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. I loved that damn thing. I had Toy Story, I had Banjo-Kazooie,
Banjo-Kazooie is one of my favorite games.
Donkey Kong 64, and Diddy Kong Racing were my
Diddy Kong
shit.
Racing was sick.
I love those games.
I missed that game. I wish they would do a remake.
God damn, what else? I had a bunch of games.
I actually enjoyed Diddy Kong Racing more than Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, same.
It was cool.
Like you could go into the little map and pick which race you wanted to go on. Like there was like mini stuff in the map that you could find, like hidden places, and I don't know. It was a lot of fun. So then from there, I think my next console was a PS2, and I have a lot of memories on my PS2. My all-time favorite game was called Mercenaries. I think it was World of Destruction.
I remember that.
And I probably played through that game 13, 14 times. Had all the cheat codes memorized, and I had so much fun on it. And then I got into Xbox, and what got me into Xbox was the Ezio storyline with Assassin's Creed. I really, really wanted to play them. My buddy brought his over one day, and I was addicted. I had to have one. So I think I got one that year for Christmas. I was probably 13 maybe. And then I've been with Xbox ever since. I haven't had another console. Oh yeah. That's what kind of sparked the whole thing.
Nice. Moose, what about you? How did you get into video games? Or gaming in general?
I don't remember why we had. It might have been my sisters, my older sisters, but we had a original Nintendo, and I played like Duck Hunt when I was a kid. But like, I don't remember what exactly got me like hooked. Besides the fact that I just remember like playing Toe Jam and Earl on Sega. Golden Axe on
Golden
Sega.
Axe. I remember playing Golden Axe.
Like
on
the
arcade.
Viking game?
The arcade game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
That's
And I think Toe Jam and Earl, Golden Axe, Wave Race. Was Wave Race on? No, that was on N64.
yeah. There was
And Sonic. Sonic, that's what it was. Those were the three. And then
I think there was also a Wave Race arcade game too.
Was there? I don't know. I definitely had Wave Race for N64. So I went from
Is that with the boats?
Sega, no,
Those,
with
like,
the jet
jet
skis.
skis. Because you could almost like double. I think I've
The
specifically
graphics that we thought those were, dude.
Oh yeah.
I was like, dude, this is so real.
Like I remember when Peter
And
Jackson.
now it's like, dude, this looks like big dog shits.
Yeah. I remember when Peter Jackson's Kong game came out for the 360, and back then that was just like, oh god, this is the greatest graphics
Yeah,
ever. Or Oblivion from Elder Scrolls, and then you look back, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. So
But I remember with the wave race, it was called wave racing, right?
yeah, Wave Race.
But I remember like on the arcade game, I think it was also, what was that cruise, San Diego Cruise or something like that? What was that game you were talking about, the racing game that?
Oh, like the one in the arcades where you're a boat.
But there was other ones too, where it was like San Diego Cruise or something like that, where
Yeah.
you had the gas pedals and you double
Double
tap
tap
that and it
it.
would flip. And I think in the wave racing one too, you also had the
Yep.
double tap and you would do like a flip
Yep.
in the air.
So I went from that and then to N64. And once I got to N64, it was Zelda, and I was just balls deep. And after I got into RPGs, I got into a game that like no one's ever heard of, called The Record of Lodoss War.
Yep, never heard of
And
that.
I
correct.
played that
Never
game
heard of it.
for years. They only made like 10,000 copies. And randomly, me and my mom went to a Walmart, and it was like the darkest looking game. So I was like, that one, I want that one. And it was the only one they had. And like 10, 15 years later, I was looking for another copy. And I was looking it up, and I had to buy one on eBay because no one had them. And it was like $50 still. And this was like, what, 6 years ago? And I still have my Dreamcast. I still have that game. But that's how I found out they only made like 10,000 copies, because I was looking to buy it again. And it's actually based off of like an old like 80s anime.
Huh.
And it's the coolest game. It's like a Diablo style game for sure. But like the combat is really bad. Like it's like ha ha ha, and that's it. Like you have to wait for your stamina to rebuild.
Did you ever play one called Gauntlet? Yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about though.
it was fun for the time, but it was like you could do 2-player co-op, but you would be called Red Warrior and Blue Warrior, and every time you would get low on health, the guy on the screen would be like, Blue Warrior needs food, Blue Warrior needs food, Blue Warrior, Red Warrior needs food. That got so old so quick.
I think an absolute staple for the N64 was probably GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Everybody I knew in my age range was playing GoldenEye, and we had so much fun with it.
Yeah, I had a lot of good times with GoldenEye. Actually, I liked Perfect Dark 64 better than GoldenEye.
Perfect Dark.
Because I mainly played the GoldenEye and the Perfect Dark with friends, where we would play like against bots, and you could change the difficulty of the bots. But
Yeah, I did like a similar thing with Modern Warfare, where they had like the waves of enemies that would come, and you'd get like juggernauts and stuff.
Yeah.
And me and my buddies would sit there and play that for hours.
I used to like
those style
zombies on
games.
Call of Duty. I don't play Call of Duty too much, but
I never got into
was-
zombies.
It was a ton of fun. Just waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played zombies a couple times in college with a couple friends, but it was
Zombies are just so overrated. Like they're so like overplayed.
and it was like the
Like they've
2010s.
done everything that you could do with zombies now.
Like the 2010s was very zombie heavy with
Yeah.
Walking Dead coming out, the zombie survival guide.
I mean, from 2000 to now, it's like, oh my god, dude, we've done everything with zombies. Stop with zombies.
Oh yeah, but
Like,
I remember
come out with like vampires, like whatever. Like,
Go back to the 80s.
yeah.
I remember like the late
Frankensteins.
the late early 2000s, like 2008, 2009. Like I remember Left 4 Dead 2 coming out, and that was a huge hit until you played it for like a week and you got really burnt out on it. Because that was one of my, I really enjoyed that game back in the day when that first came out.
Was that kind of the goofy one?
It had its goofy moments, but it was essentially a 4-player co-op. Or I mean, you could play with however many you wanted. So if you didn't play with anyone, you would have like 3 other CPs or CP. You know, what would they be called? Like when they're
NPCs.
PC?
Would they be considered NPCs if
Yeah,
they're like
they'd
on
be
your team?
non-player characters, but they would be like on your team. I don't remember what.
Yeah, so essentially an AI would take over.
The words are escaping me.
UPC?
I don't know the technical term for it.
APC, automated.
But it was fun because it would be
Player
essentially it would be you going from like point A to point B, and you had to go through like a ton of zombies. But there was these special zombies. Like you had the guy that like belched out
yeah.
acid, and then the one that scared everyone the most was I think called the witch. And you could tell when she was around because you would hear,
Oh god.
and people were like, oh fuck. Because and the thing is, you could get around her and sneak around her, never have to do anything with her. But as soon as you provoked her, she was super OP and would just come at you screaming, just clawing you to death. Well, I'm trying to think what else there was.
Oh, look at me, I never played them.
I think there was the thing called the Smoker. I think he was called the Smoker, but his main thing, he mutated. Oh fuck, what was his name?
Like a suicide bomber?
No, he had a long tongue, but his neck was very grotesque because it was like a mutation from someone smoking. But his thing was his tongue would be super long, so he could catch you and wrap your neck with his tongue and like draw you in.
Lucky bastard.
And and then there was the assassin. I remember there being the assassin, and there was some skinny, lanky chick. That was a mutation, and she was called the Spitter. And she would like throw this glob of acid on you.
Quitter.
Trying to think. And then you had the tank, which was
Don't point at me.
the tank. I'm pointing to the ether here, not specifically you. I got into video games. I have been very fortunate to have tried out every single console release that's ever come out.
Okay.
I got my first experience with video games was actually an Atari that my grandfather had, and I remember playing. My favorite game to play was River Raid. That was with my grandfather. My grandfather actually gamed a little bit too, which was cool. So I started out with that, but we had Pac-Man, we had River Raid, the Space Invaders. There was also like this one Atari game where it was about 30 something games. Maybe I'm like over exaggerating that number, but it had like different. Like you could battle tanks. There was Pong on it. There were
a lot of like arcade games.
It was like a bunch. It had maybe 15.
It was Atari games?
Yeah, it was Atari cartridges and stuff. And so we had Asteroids. So I've played all the like OG. I've gotten to play all the OG. I mean, not like I didn't play all the OG. I did play Mortal Kombat on arcade, the original.
Yep.
So I remember all that, but I remember getting really big into games during the NES and the Super Nintendo era. And I remember playing Duck Hunt. I remember playing like the Super Mario Bros. But
See, I never got into
really
Super Mario. Everybody loved that game, and I was just like,
Yeah.
until the Super
that the
Mario
Battle
64
Royale
came
one?
out. No, it was just a platformer.
Oh,
Yeah, the original.
I didn't like that.
The original one.
Yeah,
Like the Donkey
I
Kong,
liked
the
the
original
Super
Donkey Kong?
Mario.
Not that I did play
N64.
that, but not that one. The one where it's like Super Mario 3 or something like that, where they're in.
See, Super Mario 64 was my favorite Super
Oh,
Mario.
I played
forgot
that.
about
Dude, where you have to go up and like throw the bomb off the top and
Yeah, you went to the paintings and stuff.
and
I still never beat that game, but I would play a lot of the levels over and over and over again.
The water level, of course, was a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah,
just like every other game.
Yeah, yeah. And Zelda captivated me heavily.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
I got into it originally. I played the first ones, but it was really Ocarina of Time that captivated me. But I really loved Majora's Mask. I think Majora's Mask is probably my favorite.
Which console?
Majora's Mask originally came out on Nintendo 64.
Okay.
But I didn't play it until the GameCube version came out.
Did you guys have Game Boys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't get me started on Pokemon.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into
I
Pokemon.
played
I didn't know how
Pokemon
to
like
play it.
an idiot, dude. I played Pokemon religiously. Day in, I had that like light, like the little spring light that came out and the magnifier and all that crazy shit.
Magnifier?
Oh, dude, I had like the
help that
extended joysticks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because you couldn't play Game Boys at night because they didn't have a back screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A backlight. I remember one of my biggest core memories in video games. I really want to say like my first big game that I got into. I was like 3 or 4, and I played Donkey Kong Country 3. And that was the Donkey Kong series is one of my favorites from the old school, especially 3. I love the darkness of like what 3 was because it was like swampy.
See, that's kind of why I love Majora's Mask, even over Ocarina of Time. Because Majora's Mask just seemed so evil in its core. Like it was just like a dark game because of that.
And every Zelda game that's come out from the Dark's era, like Twilight Princess was one of my favorite. Twilight Princess I feel like is a very underrated Zelda game that no one gives a lot of credit to. And it's probably one of the best storylines and longest. It had, I want to say it had about 13 or 14 bosses and temples. Because this was during a time where we didn't have like the guides did exist, but we didn't have the wiki howls and
you had to go out to the store buy
the book.
Yeah, so I didn't know anything about Twilight Princess except from what I seen on like television or someone talking about like X. Do you guys remember what was that G4 channel where it was like all video games? Adam West and or Weiss.
Adam Wee.
Yeah, and that chick that was on there, but they would talk about video games. Twilight Princess was on that.
Damn, I forgot about that too.
And when, spoiler alert if anyone hasn't played Twilight Princess and wants to skip ahead, but it was the first Zelda game besides Majora's Mask where they were pretty much promoting a new villain, Zant. And you go through probably like 20 or 30 hours of the game. Like it actually builds up a narrative where you fall in love with like all these characters and you build like a reputation or a relationship with them, and then one gets kidnapped. So it was like one of the first Zelda games that built like you care about the characters in the game, and it felt like it was like one of the few that felt cinematic in a sense. So you're actually like helping like this family.
I miss that.
Yeah,
I miss that so much from video games. I feel like the cinematics just aren't there anymore. Yeah. The only game that has held up and improved to me is God of War. And the cinematic story.
Red Dead cinematic.
I'm just not a fan of that like game style. Like I don't care about the Wild West.
I've never been a Western guy either, but Red Dead Redemption has one of the best storylines.
What do you mean you're not a Western guy?
Like I've never just been like my grandfather used to watch Westerns all the time and I just didn't care for him.
But your like whole aesthetic is kind of Western.
Because of Red Dead Redemption.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I've just never been that kind of guy.
The first time I ever got to Western stuff was Red Dead Redemption 1. And then I was like, oh, this isn't as bad.
My rules for myself for a long time were if there's no magic and there's no stabs in the game, I'm not playing it.
Mine were the exact opposite. I did not like magic and all that other shit. That's
all I wanted. I wanted it medieval, dark.
I'm the best of both worlds because I like both. I love magic and fantasy stuff, but I can appreciate the The Western.
Right, I can appreciate it. It's probably a very good game.
It is a
it's just
fantastic-
not my speed. I don't.
Honestly, it
it's
should
not
have
for
got
me.
Game of the Year over God of War.
Mm.
Because gameplay wise,
Big
like.
time disagree. But,
But anyway, going back to Twilight.
did God of
Princess.
War get?
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption and God of War were nominated for both.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But going back to Twilight Princess, you put in like 30 hours of this game. You get to Zant and you're like, oh man, I'm about to beat Zant. It's about to be over with. No, it's fucking Ganon pulling the strings
I
on
love
Zant.
that.
And then you have a whole nother half of the game to go through where it's like 12 more dungeons. It was like, I was like, oh, this game's a lot bigger than I thought it was. And
What a twist.
darker because it actually falls in the timeline of Majora's Mask. So it's the Shadow Realm timeline or whatever. But yeah, Donkey Kong, Super Nintendo. I played Duck Hunt. I didn't play a lot of NES like the original, but I do remember playing like the first Zelda, the second Zelda. But it was really the 64 that kind of kicked off. And I remember getting, you guys remember like video game stores or rental store, like not necessarily Blockbuster, but your local.
Oh yeah, like Hollywood Video and all that stuff.
Yeah, so we had one of those in our small town in Arkansas, and they always had this one 64 game called Nightmare Creatures. You know, I feel like anytime I talk to anyone about this game, they have no idea.
I've never heard of it.
But you got to pick between two people, and so it was like a chick with like the two. What would you call those swords in Mortal Kombat? I think
It's like a sickle.
Not a sickle, not like a reaper thing, but it's like the two, like one of the
Like a scimitar.
No, it's not one of those. It's, one of the Ninja Turtles has them where it's the two swords has like the long pointy.
Oh,
It has a long pointy middle, but two.
I know what you're talking about. I can't
prongs.
remember.
But this chick in the game.
Ninja Boys.
Yeah, but this chick had two, or you could choose the guy and he had a staff. But you were in this very
Was he blind? I feel like he had to be blind
wasn't.
at that time.
But you would start out. I want to say it was almost like apocalyptic London, and there were like werewolves.
It's just original Bloodborne.
It was a dark game, but I remember seeing the front of the cover because for some reason as a kid I loved horror stuff, and I gravitated toward that game, and I never owned it, but I would keep going to the rental store and getting it, and then I never even beat it though, and I want to go back and actually beat it, but I'm so spoiled on graphics now that it's hard for me to get it.
It is very hard
to go back to this.
Even
game.
like Dark Souls for me, like I can't go back and play the original Dark Souls.
You need to play.
I have to play the remasters.
Yeah.
And like Demon Souls remastered.
Yeah.
I have to do that because like I'm the same way. I can't go back and like play something that just looks like dog shit.
And like Banjo-Kazooie was a huge game for me when I was growing up, and
see, I can still go back and play like Donkey Kong 64 or GoldenEye.
I can't do GoldenEye, but I could do Donkey Kong because the way Donkey Kong
or Diddy Kong Racing, like I will fuck that shit up.
Yeah, but that's kind of more of a party game where you can get your.
Not for me.
Man, me and my mom used to play Mario Kart all the time too.
I played N64 by myself most of the time. Yeah, all them multiplayer games.
Yeah,
solo.
Yeah. One of my biggest memories with the N64 though is my grandfather loved Star Fox.
Okay.
He was a huge
dual barrel.
Yeah, he was a huge like aerospace kind of guy. Like he loved planes. Like even though he'd never flown, actually he may have been in like flown one before, but he loved Star Fox. And one of the things he loved doing was you could dogfight with each other in Star Fox in like an open arena. So him and I would just like fight each other all the time, and I'd constantly kick his ass and he'd get pissed off. But he loved playing that game with me. And I remember specifically one time wanting a Nintendo 64, and so my parents and everyone decided to play a joke on me. And like right when everyone stopped unwrapping presents, they like presented my grandfather with one. And like everyone knew I wanted an N64, but they gave my grandfather the N64.
Yeah.
And I was pissed. I like even I had to be like 3 or 4 at the time, but maybe a little older, like 4 or 5. What year did the N64 come out?
I know.
It was like the 90s, wasn't it?
94, 93. Like 97?
Okay, so I was about 6 or 7 then when that happened. And So I remember like him unboxing.
96.
So I was 6 years old.
I was 4.
Yeah. So 6-year-old me, selfish me. Like, I even remember like I had a freaking like breakdown, and it was super. But my parents and everyone wanted me to have it. But like this was a joke to them because I really wanted an N64, and I was like, I don't care if you get me anything else. I just want a Super Nintendo, like a 64. And so my grandfather got one. All of our presents were done, and then he opens up the 64, and I was like, I wanted the 64. Like what the fuck? Like I wasn't cussing then, but everyone's just like cracking up, laughing and stuff. And finally they like brought out my 64, and I was like, why did you guys do this thing? But Star Fox holds a special place in my heart because me and my grandfather played that a lot.
Do a barrel roll.
I know every single nook and cranny in that game and can do all the alternate routes, and he just loved that game. GameCube, big GameCube fan, and that's when I played Majora's Mask. But I bragging.
See, I went to Dreamcast after N64.
So I played the Dreamcast, but I've never owned a Dreamcast.
Yeah, I've owned 3 now.
You've owned 3 Dreamcasts?
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's all because of Record of Lodos War.
Oh, really? Do you have
100%.
Do you have one currently right now?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Did you guys ever see Malibu's Most Wanted?
Yep.
That sounds familiar.
Yep. That's
Dreamcast.
exactly what that picture reminds me of.
But I feel like I have a bragging right that I got to Majora's Mask during the GameCube when they had the Zelda. It's like if you bought a GameCube, you would get a special Zelda edition where it had the Ocarina of Time, but it also had like a Ocarina of Time Masters edition where it was harder, Majora's Mask, and then I think an hour demo of Wind Waker. But that's when I played Majora's Mask because by that time I had gotten older before Majora's Mask came out. Or I just didn't think about it after I've gotten a little older. But I beat Majora's Mask by myself, no player's guide. Mm-hmm. And that was like, to this day, one of the hardest games that people say they've ever played. And
yep.
I beat the whole thing without a player's guide. Mm-hmm. I didn't look anything up. So I'm like, yeah, I got that title. I wish
my buddy played that together. Me and my buddy like sat there. His name was Matt. We sat there and played that for hours and hours and hours, and we finally beat it. And we couldn't believe it because we were like, "What?" Because you know, like you have to. Is Majora's Mask the one you have to go back in time a bunch?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that it's like the 3 days that you get.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one, dude. It is like you live in a 3-day span in this game.
Technically, in our time, it was 3 hours. It was. I think each.
So every time you can go back, like whenever you want, you can be like, okay, I have to go back to the beginning now because if I wait till the very end, everything dies.
Yeah, because essentially what happens is after the events of...
More spoilers.
Yeah, more spoilers. This is going to be a very spoiled game topic. So if you don't want to hear any of this, just don't listen to it. But it's been out for so long now that you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yep.
But essentially, what happens is after Ocarina of Time, that's when the timeline in the Zelda series splits. You might want to clip your thing back. It looks like it's about to fall off. But after you beat Ocarina of Time, what happens is you have childhood Link and you have adult Link who will split the timeline. So during adult Link's timeline, you have like the Wind Waker series. So it's all the events that he decides during the events of. So actually, I think it technically splits into 3 timelines. So in Ocarina of Time, there's a timeline where the hero dies. So Link actually is not victorious, and so then you have actually the original games that go. It's super fucking weird how they have the storyline planned out, but technically the first game of the whole franchise is technically the last game in the hero is defeated timeline.
Oh wow.
It's super weird. And then you have child timeline, which becomes the Shadow Realm timeline, where he's victorious, but he goes back as a kid and lives out his life. And that's where Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess come out. And then you have the adult timeline, where he's victorious and he lives out as an adult life from that point on. And it's Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. But Navy, I know I'm going super nerd here. So Navi ends up leaving in his childhood form and just goes off, and then he decides to follow. And so he goes into the Lost Woods or whatever, discovers the imp. But by that time, the imp had found the Happy Mask salesman who had Majora's Mask, but Majora's Mask is a very tribal... I'm over here explaining this to you, Johnny.
You could still explain. I'm just grabbing the pipe.
So, if any of you are listening to this and I'm wrong, please correct me.
Yes, he would love that.
No, I would, because I want to know if I'm being wrong or not. But I'm going off memory here from reading the Hyrule Historia. So he leaves to go find Navi, finds the imp. Or the imp finds him, but he already has Majora's Mask on. But the Majora's Mask was like a mask. It was like a tribal. That's because I know there's a whole manga about it where.
I didn't know that.
There's like a whole book series.
You know a whole hell of a lot more than I do right now.
Oh,
and you are proving that.
And
I'm pretty lost right now.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
So Majora's Mask, the tattoo I have on my arm, was a mask that a tribe used, but it was possessed by a deity called Majora. So they decided to banish it, but the Happy Mask salesman found it. Imp found it, but the imp was not actually technically a bad person, but he ends up getting the mask and like putting it on, and it possesses him. So in Majora's Mask, you actually you fall into a place called Termina, which there's a whole theory where actually Majora's Mask is like Link died and he's in purgatory, and there's this whole like each one, if you think about it, with the 5 stages of death, you have like the first place you go to is the Deku Palace, right?
It's getting pretty dark, huh?
It's really dark. It's really dark. And you guys should go down this rabbit hole if you ever have the chance. But anyway, he's starting so at the imp with the mask on is actually causing the moon to come down and destroy the entire world. So when you end up meeting the imp, he throws you down this tunnel, but he curses you as to become a Deku shrub. So you actually become,
which is like a little plant dude.
Yeah, so your guy turns into this little plant dude, but then you find the mask salesman, and he has this whole like, oh, you've met a terrible fate, haven't you? Teaches you the song. He's like, oh, get me back the mask, or get back your ocarina, and I'll teach you the song of healing. And so you learn that song. He heals you from being the Deku shrub, but now it's a mask, and so your Deku shrub's a mask, so you can change back into the Deku shrub at any time. And you actually end up finding other masks throughout the game, but you can turn into the Deku, the Goron, and the Zoro.
Yeah,
Zoro. Are they Zoro or Zoro?
Zoro.
Which are the fish people. But then if you discover all the masks in the game, you get one called Fierce Deity, which is like the counterpart to Majora. So you become this really bulking like Link dude with a huge ass sword that can like shoot out these. So it actually makes Majora's fight stupid easy if you have Fierce Deity's mask. It's stupid. But yeah, that's kind of the gist. So he's bringing down the moon, and so the guy's like, oh, you have 3 days to figure all this out. But then you remember the Song of Time. So if you just let the 3 days go, which is technically 3 hours in our time, the world gets destroyed. But you start back at day 1. So as you're doing all these different dungeons and stuff, pretty much if you do anything in the dungeon, it stays the same the way you did it, but you can go back in time and start everything over. But sometimes you have to go back in time in order to do certain other things that you've done in the future. It's super weird.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And a lot of people hated that game because of how hard it was. And so that's why I'm like, I beat it.
It was hard to like figure out. It was very hard to figure out.
And so that's why I brag like, oh yeah, I did that with no guide, I didn't look anything up. I did it on my own.
Beat Dark Souls.
I need to.
Yeah.
I really want to. I really am intrigued by the whole Dark Souls
It
series.
is so good, dude.
But I keep trying to get through Dark Souls 1 because if I want to do it, I want to play them all. Which
Right.
I'm not going to start with Demon Souls. I don't care that much.
Demon Souls Remastered is really good. Super duper good.
I'm also trying to get through Dishonored right
And
now.
that'll teach you.
How are you still on that, man?
Because it's one of those games where aesthetically it's really cool, gameplay it's really fun, but for some reason I play like one mission or two missions and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
So play Dark Souls instead because you won't feel that way.
But I get through Dark Souls 1 or not through. I get 5 minutes into Dark Souls 1 and I'm trying to get through the fucking graveyard.
Yeah.
And then I find out that, you're not supposed to go through the graveyard first.
Yeah.
But then I also find out, well, if you could sneak through the graveyard and go to the end of the graveyard, you get a cool ass sword.
Don't do that.
You get one of the strongest weapons in the game, and I'm like,
It's very hard to get through there.
but from that point on, I don't know where to fucking go. That game doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't,
No,
which is
not at
fine.
all.
I don't like games holding my hand, but at the same time, it's like, give me some fucking direction.
They're not gonna do that.
Like, I'm thinking
Like Dark Souls 3, you have to there's slides for different regions for the map, and you have to go from the fourth slide to the second slide, to the fifth slide to the third slide, to the first slide to the seventh slide.
And the crazy thing is I got through Dark Souls. I didn't beat Dark Souls 3, but I got further along in Dark Souls 3 than I did in Dark Souls 1. And I still can't figure out how to fucking get through.
Look up. This is
But
the
the
one
thing is,
time. Just look up a little bit of it, just to get through that part.
And what
that's
intrigues me
sticking
about Dark
out.
Souls is the creature design. Like the
Yep.
boss battles, those are fucking dope.
Yep.
Like the way they look.
Everything about Dark Souls, I love.
But I don't want to look that stuff up because I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Well, no, just get through where you're trying to get through.
Yeah.
Look up something just to get you through there, and then don't do it.
Because isn't Dark Souls 1 where the first boss you fight is kind of like a tutorial boss? When you jump down with the big fucking ass
All of
creature?
them are. So the first boss is always the tutorial boss.
Fuck this
But
game's
it's not a tutorial.
goddamn
It's
hard.
this is what you're in for, idiot.
Yeah.
kind of boss. You
Yeah.
know, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you for 20 minutes. And then you're gonna come in and you're gonna do a little bit better and almost beat me, and then I'll beat the fuck out of you again for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you get good at those games. You have to just do it.
Yeah.
You understand timing a lot better, and you get patience. Once you get past that roadblock of getting pissed off, it gets easier.
Yeah, because mainly, I know essentially you have to learn each enemy's patterns.
Not so much the Dark Souls pattern. So you see them wind up. They don't ever go and they hit you immediately.
Yeah.
They always wind up first. So you see when they're going to wind up and hit you. And it's always going to take 3 or 4 times to kill a boss.
Yeah.
Because you do have to figure out they have big attacks that you have to learn. But the regular attacks, not so much.
And for me, for Dark Souls 1, it was the graveyard section. And then you have these skeletons, but these I'm like, oh, okay, RPG skeletons, easy as boss.
Nope.
They fucking rape you in the ass, dude.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes it's not the bosses, it's the dogs in the game.
And
that
I'm like,
just
you
fuck
can't
you.
I feel like you can't have a good RPG unless the first creatures you fight are skeletons or rats.
Yeah.
That's always the go-to first. But no, I kept constantly having to lead out. I'd be like, okay, let me get this one skeleton out and go into that water area where that big raven's hanging out.
Yep.
Beat one of them, and then I'm like, okay, cool. And then 5 would pop up, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
How?
You have to kind of bait them out too. Have you ever noticed in all the Dark Souls games there's pebbles or rocks
Yeah, that's what I
or
was doing.
darts?
Yeah.
You can be far away and bait one at a time out and smack them with one. And one will come and fight you. And you
But,
have to do
even
that
if it
over
was
and over.
two.
You just have to have patience.
Even if it was 2 of them, they would fuck me up, and I just
That's
got
what I'm
I
saying.
just
You
got
got
tired
to
of
bait
it.
one at a time.
I know. I need to get better.
Just do it.
Maybe that's
Be
what
better.
I'll do downtime here. I'll just bring my Dark Souls set over, and then we'll just go through it together.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
How much was your computer?
How much was this computer?
Are you gonna be playing on that computer?
No, it'll be on the Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, but we don't have the disc though. Damn. Because I bought the Steelbook.
I have Dark Souls.
Like digital version? Oh, okay. The remastered?
I have 2 and 3. I had the disc for 1. I don't know where it is.
I was just
So we would
wondering,
just have
'cause
to
I
get
just
the.
thought when you get pissed off, you're gonna throw your
Well,
laptop.
I'm not like that anymore.
Anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I used to be a controller thrower. I used to be huge
So all you'd have to do is get Dark Souls 1 on the.
on the digital.
I might just buy it. Because I would like to watch you
play
it.
Yeah.
I would have
'Cause
just as much fun as you.
Don't
will.
you dare throw a controller.
But
at
I'm
that
not
TV.
like I said. I'm not like that anymore.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
But I've never actually broken a TV or anything like
That's what
that.
you said when you hit me.
That brand new drum kit of yours, it's gonna be mine.
Yeah. I'll give you my old drum kit. You can have it. Yeah.
No.
You can have the new one. All right, I can have the new one. You can have the old one.
What are y'all playing right now?
Power World.
Yeah, Power World mostly.
Bro, that's taking over the fucking world, dude.
Yeah. I actually was really shocked at how fun that game is.
It is really fun, and I don't like survival games.
Yeah. It makes me want to play other survival games now.
We need to start playing D&D again. That's another thing you got me stuck on it.
And it was
I
me-
am so in love with it, dude.
And it was me that like stopped
Ended
it.
it.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
And I fucking want to play it so bad.
But life just got busy, and it's so hard to keep.
Fuck life when you can play in a magical world that you made up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally video games.
Yeah. It's super hard. It's super hard to get. in.
Baldur's Gate definitely scratched that itch for me for a minute though.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
definitely
another
scratch it.
game I really enjoy, but I need to fucking.
I'm in Act 3. I'm at the end of Act 3 and I haven't finished it because I'm like procrastinating because I don't want to feel that yet.
Yeah.
I don't want it to I don't want it to end.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into that one on my own.
By yourself.
I had a lot more fun playing it with you here
Uh,
than I did by myself.
but we could still play it. We could still.
Yeah.
Us three could have a fucking Baldur's Gate campaign going on.
Mhm.
I could bring my controller over. Oh,
Is it cross
No.
platform now? No.
oh, so I couldn't join you guys on PC.
Not if we were on Xbox. But the thing is, you guys could both play on your PC and I could be at home playing on PC.
Yeah, but it'd be fun if all of us were like landing it. Like land. You know.
I'm not bringing my
Why don't
big
you
ass
get
tower.
a fucking Xbox then?
I have an Xbox.
We'll play it on that.
I don't have Baldur's Gate on Xbox.
Why not?
I have it on PC.
Well, he's saying
right
like
now.
I could bring my Xbox.
I also don't like it on controller.
Huh.
I don't like the game on controller.
And see, I tried on the PC controller and I didn't like it.
Well, according to you, you can plug in a mouse and keyboard to an Xbox.
You can,
Yeah, you
yes.
can.
I'll give you a cash.
But
advance.
it's not supported on Baldur's Gate right now.
What?
I already looked it up because I was
Okay.
going to do it.
One of my favorite games, which Aaron or
Moose.
one of my favorite games with which Moose.
Are we gonna like cut this out and edit it every time you fuck it up?
No.
Well, that's why I did the pause.
My
for
name's
it.
also Aaron.
Yeah. So
But
there's two.
everybody
There's
calls me
two
Moose.
Aarons. There's two
Secrets
Aarons.
out.
There's two Aarons. He goes by Moose because we don't want people to be fucking confused.
What are your pronouns again?
Goopy.
Goopy.
Goopy, yep. Okay.
But me and John have been big into this game before, but Sea of Thieves.
God damn, you packed
Gross.
that tight.
But Sea of
Jesus.
Thieves.
So tight.
What are you talking about?
Why you make it so tight?
Like you put some pressure into that. I
Damn.
packed mine so lightly.
The pressure's fine.
Why don't you just get it so tight?
But me and John were huge. I love Sea of Thieves. That's still one of my favorite games, and I wish I could find people to be dedicated to playing that game.
I wonder why you can't. It's so weird that you can't find people
Well,
that like that game.
I could.
He could. He can get on Discord and fucking.
There's a whole community with Sea of Thieves that love, but I want to play with my friends.
All
I-
14 people, huh?
I don't want to. Yeah, my entire
know.
friend group,
I'm just
besides John, like John will get on it with me.
If I have the time, I absolutely will.
But it's just, I've been with it since beta, like day one beta, everything. But yeah, that's one game that I still love. But now that they've updated it with the way they've done it, I feel like I can get into it by myself now, because they've done the whole like diving into the. Because the problem was getting into the game quickly, but now they have added it to where you can get into the game quickly.
That's another one I won't play by myself.
Sea of Thieves.
It's just.
It's hard because I did play by myself a lot when I was trying to get the Hunter's Call.
That's how ESO was. If I started out, I would feel the same about ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, that I do about Sea of Thieves, if I started it late like I did with Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Like, I don't have time for it, for one. It's a cool concept, but like I don't have anything. I don't know anything. Like, it's a game I can't just jump into right now and feel good about it. Like ESO, I played it for 7 years straight, me and Sam. And like we had like a guild full of 400 people, and like we had like a whole community
You said
with
it was kind of
us.
like work though after a while.
It was, yeah. Because we ran a guild. We ran the guild. Like, we had people sending us real money to buy things for, like, our in-game house. Legit, like, people would, like, send donations and stuff.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
That's how
So
serious
you're saying,
it
like,
got.
if you had time, you would check Sea of Thieves out?
No, if I started earlier, it would have been all right. But because I'm so far behind, like, I don't even.
Well, I
have
will
the
tell
want.
you that with the updates, you don't have to start out from day one, because day one, compared to now, was garbage.
Oh,
Even though back in the day when it first came out, it was fresh, it was new, it was great. But how they've evolved it is insane. With how much detail and storyline and lore, like now they have Pirates of the Caribbean storylines going on, because they actually have quests now and stuff too that you can get in. But it's one of those games where you can jump in, do a quest or two, and that be it. Like, you don't have to sit there and worry about. You don't have to sit there and worry about, like, oh, I gotta.
Well, no, because I don't get sucked in to games like that unless I'm playing with people. That's the thing. And if I have to go get in bed at 10:30, or else I'm not getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
And you get on when I'm in bed. I see your name pop up every night.
Well,
Every night when you get on Xbox, when I go and lay in bed and like turn on.
actually,
whatever.
funny. I've been seeing you pop up lately
Really?
when I'm playing.
Yeah, I'll jump on because I have my projector in my room.
Yeah.
So that's where I watch TV at night.
Yeah.
So I'll go get in the bed and I'll put on like boring ass YouTube videos to go to sleep to.
Yeah. And that's actually how I fall asleep too.
Yeah.
is-
But I see you pop up all the time.
Yeah. Lately it's been Pal World.
Yeah. And that's another game, like I would want to play that with other people.
It's actually fun by yourself too.
Yeah, I've played it here a good amount. But like up until literally the day before yesterday, I was just ran thin, dude.
Yeah.
Like I did not have any. When I did have a day off, I didn't because I still had to go to school.
Yeah.
Like Mondays, was my day off from here.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yay!
Wow.
He did it.
Yeah, John and Aaron, they surprised me today after lunch with
Moose graduated.
with a congratulations moose fucking rainbow
Yeah.
unicorn cake, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Much
Super
appreciated. I
Super
appreciate
soft.
y'all.
Super soft birthday cake. More so,
You
graduation.
make
cake.
me feel appreciated. I appreciate y'all. I just haven't had, like, I've been wanting to play the new God of War, the newest one,
Yeah.
because we have the PC and
That's how you smoke a cigar.
we have the PC, the PlayStation, and the Xbox and the Switch.
Yeah.
So like, I like playing PlayStation exclusives. I like playing Xbox exclusives.
Oh, funny enough, Sea of Thieves is coming to PlayStation.
Was it not on?
No, it was. What? Did you say exclusively? No, it was Xbox exclusive.
Oh, okay.
But they're adding it to Xbox now.
Yeah,
Or they're adding it to PlayStation now.
right. Yeah, like I really wanted to play God of War again because of like the cinematics that game has is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
That game is just fucking amazing. Even the combat is like, it's a very easy version of Dark Souls.
Yeah, it was hard for me to get into the original God of Wars because I did play Dante's Inferno and I did enjoy Dante's Inferno, which the gameplay was exactly the same.
Yep.
But once I played Dante's Inferno, going to God of War, I was kind of like,
See, I did the opposite. I went from God of War to Dante's Inferno.
because to me I was like, oh, 9 layers of hell, blah blah.
Oh, yeah, it was
like,
sick,
It was cool.
I'm so glad you played that because I hadn't met anyone else that played that game.
But for
my
some
cup of
reason, it's
tea.
like that gameplay kind of, even though it didn't really bother me with Dante's Inferno, it was still kind of like, it almost seemed cheesy in a sense.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. But the new God of War stuff, like I'm very intrigued by playing. I do.
God of War 4 and the newest one, dude, they were
really pretty, like, cinematically.
man, they're so good.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah. So is Red Dead Redemption.
This is true. Did you know in Red Dead Redemption, if it's cold outside, your horse's balls shrink?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the attention to detail.
That's what I love about Red Dead Redemption.
The horse's balls?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very
The
good.
horse's balls is definitely a plus for me. But you can go into a settlement or a town and just stalk an NPC and watch his entire life unfold. Like everyone in that game has like their own personality. They do their own things. You can see them go to bed. You can see them go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like you can find a random fucking lumberjack in the middle of the woods and like they'll be cutting a tree, but you'll eventually see the tree fucking fall and then like chop it and like take it away. Like it's crazy how much detail, and that's the thing too. I can't tell. I've probably sank hundreds of hours into Red Dead.
Just watching people like a creep because you want to do
yeah.
You just behind a tree.
because you just want to do it in real life, but it's
Yeah.
illegal. I get it.
Is it illegal?
I mean, if you get caught.
Or unless the person's into it, you know.
Yeah.
It really depends on like the
I
whole.
thought it was called POV. There's like a whole category on it.
Jesus. But I've been enjoying I enjoyed Breath of the Wild 2 and Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom I like, but it's so overwhelming.
It's too much.
It's like an ADHD hellscape.
Yeah, that's
Power Word's kind of the same, but Power
Power's a
Word,
little bit more manageable though.
Yeah.
Because like you can, how do I explain it? You can go off and explore as much as you want, but still have most of the resources you need to continue on with the game. Like it does force you to go out into the world and collect certain things, but it's like if you really don't want to venture into the world, you don't really have to.
yeah.
Versus like Zelda, where like, you have to. Like it pushes you in there and you have to fucking go fight shit you don't want to fight.
It's the same size map as Breath of the Wild, but they added an entire same size map.
You know how we fix all this? You know how we create the perfect game?
How?
We play fucking D&D and we play our own fucking game.
Yeah.
All right?
We didn't even play D&D.
100%. I miss it so bad. I miss playing D&D.
Remember that one
really
time we
bad.
played?
Yeah, I do.
That one
April
time, like a
was
year
the
ago?
last time. Yeah.
It's almost been a year. That's crazy.
I
dude.
didn't realize that game could be so much fun.
It
I was
is.
drunk as hell and having the time of my life.
It is the dude. I didn't either because like when I first sat with Aaron to get my haircut, that was one of the first things we talked about. He was like, "Do you like D&D?" And I was like, "I've never played, but honestly, like I have really been wanting to get into it because I was just like, I've seen other people have so much fun with it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to try it, you know." So when we first started playing, it wasn't as like cringy and nerdy and everything that everybody made it out to be. It was just fucking fun because we got to like make up dumbass scenarios
Yeah.
and just piss other people off in the group because like the DM, he always wanted his thing to be this particular way all the time, no matter what. And I just wanted to make his life hell trying to do it.
Yeah.
What turned me onto it, because I always thought it was like a kind of like a Dishonored game where you're on this track and you have to stay on the track.
Oh no.
I didn't realize
It's
that
open
you
world.
could alter it as far away from the original thing as possible.
You can literally take it away. Like there's a campaign I follow on TikTok that has been going on for 30 years. And the guy, the DM, he took them because they finally got to the big bad, and he was like, they're level 20. There's like a 50-50 chance they beat this guy. He's that strong. They're level 20. They've been level 20 for years. He's still probably going to win. So he sent them all envelopes, right? And this is what happens if you lose, and this is what happens if you die. He sent each one of them 2 envelopes. He said, do not open the one ever that doesn't happen until it happens. Okay? So they lost. He reincarnated them in like an astral plane inside the mind of a giant or something like that. And they have to fight their way back to their original bodies all the way through level 20 all over again just to get back to where they were into the body that lost to this big
So
bad.
it's probably going to be another 30 years.
That's what I'm saying.
They're going to die
Yeah.
from old age.
But think about all the fucking times that they've had.
Yeah.
Dude, they took this fucking D&D campaign and they went into Arkansas. They went to Arkansas and they rented an Airbnb that is in a cave.
Uh-huh.
And they played D&D for a week in that cave. That's all I want. That's all I want.
That's so, yeah. That's
Guess we're going to Arkansas.
Dude,
a cave in Arkansas would be sick.
that would be the coolest fucking vacation I had ever had.
If you took away all the hicks and the child rapers and the
Well, we don't have to put them in the cave.
Arkansas
We'll
would
be in a fucking cave.
Arkansas.
They're not gonna find us there.
Or they might find us because that might be where they do all the freaking child diddling.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if you took away all the Bible thumpers and the racists and the shitty people.
I mean, that's
from Arkansas.
everywhere.
Yeah. But
Those
Arkansas is a
weird-
beautiful state.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried adrenochrome yet?
No, I heard
No?
it's great.
Yeah, it's a fucking hit, man.
What is it? What are you talking about?
Adrenochrome? Oh, you don't know?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, the blood of young children.
Oh hell yeah.
For Christ's sake.
Yeah.
There's a dumb rabbit hole you can go down later.
No. I
Now
won't.
that you have time and you're
No,
not
I'm
going
sure
to
my
school.
wife will if I say it to her. Yeah.
I'm sure she's probably already heard of it.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that is my end all game. I feel like I need to DM because when I was growing up, when I was a kid.
You would make a good DM because you would force people to come together.
Yeah. So like legit what I wanted to do when I was a kid, was I wanted to write stories for video games. I wanted to write the story because I always found the video games with the coolest story. Like, dude, Record of Lodoss War had such a fucking badass story. Majora's Mask, super fucking badass story.
Yeah.
And like I played these games with like these huge stories that were so like in depth and meaningful, and I was like, this is what I want. I want to do this. So like I feel like I was made to be a DM because I
get
could
it.
come up with some crazy shit, and I'll never play a video game that I wrote. So I need to play a tabletop that I wrote. I just need a DM.
Do it.
Just start writing shit down.
Start watching like Matt Mercer from Critical Role.
Nope. I don't want any influence. I just want to do me.
Well, get the players, get the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Doesn't Chris have it?
Maybe, I don't know. I know I have a copy if you need it.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a deeper question for you guys. I know we've been keeping it like kind of light with the video games.
Let's
but
get
it's still
dark.
video game related. But
Let's get weird.
to you, what is the appeal of playing video games?
Escapism.
Yep. Exactly. Escaping reality because reality sucks.
Yeah. Like getting
100%. Me and Sam have had that conversation a lot because, like, when life got hard for us up north, it was kind of something that we, like, jumped into and, like, didn't, like, it was horse blinders, like, nothing else. I just went to work and came home and played video games all fucking day.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to live in the real world.
So do you think video games are so popular because we're using it to, like, self-medicate and self-soothe?
Probably partially, yeah. Not the whole reason, but partially, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also good storylines, and it's essentially when you get all these like old school old fucks and stuff that are video games are ruining childs, and it's like books are kind of the same way, but with
So are Catholic priests. I mean,
but with video games, I essentially control the outcome of the story, even though like I need to beat the bad guy and
Right.
do all that, but I control everything. Essentially, it becomes my own story.
so you have a control problem, like we went over last time.
Yes. But yeah, that's kind of because a lot of people, when they play video games, they'll create like weird, like off the wall characters. Where I always try to create myself in a video game, because it's like I'll never be able to fully experience that.
See, I always go the complete opposite way. I create everything I'm not.
Yeah,
same.
And for me, I want to create myself.
We know that, John.
And for me, I want to create.
Oh, I fucking make a video game character as a woman with a fucking huge dick, and it's a problem.
Now, at the end of the day, you do what you want, but because I know I will never experience myself being any of these characters, that it's kind of cool to kind of portray myself as these characters. So that I'll never be in a fucking fantasy world fighting dragons and sort of say, okay, I'm gonna make myself a freaking Nord in Skyrim, like beard, and it's easy to do because I have dark hair, dark eyes, so throw a beard and fucking long hair on me, and then
Yeah, you have almost no problem making your characters in any game looking like you.
Yeah.
And I'm over here like, they have a square head?
Yeah.
I don't have my
And it's
fucking
mainly, it's just like I just find a face
hairline,
preset that I'm like,
nothing.
okay, this is kind of cool. But then once you throw the beard and the dark hair on, you're like,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, it's you.
Yeah. So I've always tried to like make myself in games because I want to.
Even in Power World, you found a bowler hat.
That's it. I just stumbled upon that. That wasn't intentional. I didn't even
For
know.
those of you who don't know, Aaron quite often will wear a bowler cap.
Yeah. But
Quite often.
But I was just going through. I found a chest and it was like bowler schematic, and I was like, I didn't know this existed in this game, so of course I'm gonna make it.
I think for a lot of it, it was escapism for me. I didn't have like the greatest. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was a bad childhood, but there was a lot of turbulence in it.
Yeah.
And
See, as a kid, it definitely wasn't that for me.
no.
No. Because I had, like, my parents were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we all had our problems, but, like, I didn't have a bad childhood, really.
I guess, scaling from a lot of other people's childhoods, like, I definitely didn't have a terrible one, but there was always, like, yelling and screaming and fighting going on, so I would just go in my room and
Just
play video
stressful.
games. But it got to a point where, like, I really liked playing them, and I liked the fact that, a lot of the times, like, you were the hero, and you could just do things how you wanted to do them, because especially nowadays with video games such as like Assassin's Creed or Cyberpunk, or it's kind of like those open world games, those are always my favorite. They have multiple ways for you to complete a task, so it doesn't have to be necessarily the way that they intended for you to do it.
Yeah.
Like, there's all these roundabout ways of doing it. Like Hitman, for instance. How many fucking ways can you kill one person in Hitman?
Yeah.
There's a million.
And like
Yeah.
your gameplay with Cyberpunk was probably different from my gameplay.
Oh, absolutely.
Where I was actually like updating all my technology points and making people blind deaf and stuff, and then going with a katana and killing him. He was probably like,
Yeah, I like to shoot 'em ups. I didn't even bother with any of the tech stuff.
and I was heavy in the tech stuff and just using the katana.
I like going in stealth. I would put like silencers on everything.
I played completely different than you guys.
And
I just didn't play.
after like my cover was blown, I was super powerful and I just decimate everything.
Yeah, but in Dishonored, I'm playing super dark, where I'm murking everyone because I know the more people you kill in that game,
It does change the outcome.
It makes it super dark, and more rats get involved, and
That was a really hard one for me because you could play the light end.
where you didn't kill
where
anybody.
You didn't kill anybody, right? And
Yeah.
it's possible, but it's really hard to do that.
Yeah.
Especially for me, like, because of how all the patterns were set up with the guards and stuff. Like, to me, it was almost impossible not to kill anyone.
Mhm.
And so many times, like, I didn't necessarily murk everyone, but I had to do key figures in order to get to where I needed to go.
Yeah.
and I would never get the the light achievement or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. But yeah, Dishonored, they were really fun. For me, they weren't long enough because I would breeze through them in 3-4 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I might actually be almost like close to being
you
done.
probably are. They're not long games.
I just in the game.
I made them longer for myself because I went and like, what do you call that when you go around and like pick up everything?
Like achieve 100%.
Oh, you're
A loot hunter?
Loot goblin.
Loot goblin, yeah.
Yeah.
I like every little nick and cranny. I would grab the little
The runes and the vials and the
runes
bone
and the-
charms
yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that stuff. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like in the game, I just rescued Emily from the golden cat.
Okay, yeah, you're not far off then.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm getting close to. But yeah, it is kind of crazy how short.
well, hurry up so you can play Dark Souls.
Yeah. But I'm an ADHD gamer, so I have a back catalog of so many games that I've started and have, like Valhalla.
I'll straight up buy Dark Souls remastered. Just
I want to
so you
get
can
back
play
into
here.
Starfield again. I really like that
See,
game.
Starfield I enjoyed, but to me it didn't. I like No Man's Sky better. I think No Man's Sky is a way better space simulator than. Like I wish.
If I had a
Honestly, I wish
choice-
No Man's Sky's exploration
was like
was merged with Starfield's first-person shooting. I do like the gameplay gun mechanics of Starfield,
Yeah.
but I think the exploration, the planetary stuff is way better in No Man's Sky.
I was really big into Fallout, so like that really scratched.
And
the
so
itch for me.
I liked Fallout, but to me, like if Bethesda is saying, "Oh, we've worked 25 years on this game," but then it comes out and it's nothing new really except Fallout with a space skin on it. To me, I'm like, you guys missed a whole lot of marks that you could have done with this game.
And that's why it didn't do better than it did.
Yeah, it didn't get any nominations for anything.
It was good for what it was, but
But for
trying to get,
what we
Game
have
of the
now,
Year.
what we have now, it was essentially a Fallout 3
Yeah.
skin, space skin. Like it really didn't.
Could've been
It
better.
really didn't change anything, and that's what's been disappointing for me about video games recently. Is I remember back in the 360 era, and partially a little bit of the Xbox One series. Like, did you guys
That's
ever?
because when that era was coming out, all of the big companies were trying to one-up each other. There was a real competition.
Yeah.
also there was a lot of smaller companies putting out games.
Yeah.
But
trying to make a name for themselves.
But do you guys
Well, like
remember?
Larian.
Do you guys
Like
remember?
Baldur's Gate 3 Larian.
Yeah.
They came out of nowhere and just knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same with Power World and
Yep.
like blowing Pokemon out of the water.
Yeah.
Like the Power World's way better than any Pokemon game I've played in the last like 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
I won't fucking play Pokemon games.
And I love the Pokemon games.
should
Don't get me
try.
wrong.
I won't play them, dude. They're
shut
so
it.
fucking boring to me. I don't understand how to play it. Like I don't want to just
Like Sword and Shield was super disappointing.
I enjoyed them.
I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it was like holding your hand the whole time.
Yeah.
Like it was so fucking easy. But Power World, it's a Pokemon, but Dark Souls meets Ark meets.
I feel like what Pokemon needs to do is it needs to be more like Pal World,
Yeah.
a little bit less survival, more Pokemon. It needs to be open world completely. And when you throw out your Pokemon, you need to be battling as the Pokemon in real time. Not like I take a turn, you take a turn.
I don't like the turn-based shit with Pokemon.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it should be like Dark Souls boss fight every time you
Right.
fight with your Pokemon.
I mean, I like the fact that in Power World you can throw your Pokemon out and then still be attacking though with your weapons. Like that
beat
was
the shit
kind
out
of
of
fun to
sheep.
me instead of just being like fucking dumbass Ash in the back. Go!
Yeah,
do
it's
that.
terrible.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Glad he's dead.
But do you guys remember in the 360 the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay game?
No.
That was a fantastic game, and it was actually a prequel to Pitch Black. Because you remember in the movie where he talks about getting his eyes shined?
Yeah.
So that you actually have that happen. It was canon. Like Vin Diesel voiced the character. It was Vin Diesel's
no
character. But during the 360 time, like games were focused on physics and how like I feel like
Because they could do stuff with physics at that point.
But they could do better things. Like Red Dead Redemption 2
Yeah.
is a Xbox One release, and nothing holds a fucking light to Red Dead Redemption.
all right, we haven't covered this. VR.
VR is sick, but it still
Did you
I can't
play? Oh my god, now I can't remember the name. The huge game that came out for VR. Everyone was excited for it.
Was it Bone?
Boneworks.
I didn't play Boneworks.
You didn't play it?
Mm.
So that one's like heavily physics based.
Yeah. And I love games that are focused on physics because in Escape from Butcher Bay, even though it was a 360 game, it was like first person. Honestly, I still think the graphics still hold up to now. And that's what's disappointing me with the new gen stuff is like all these new games are coming out, but no one's doing anything really different except like Red Dead Redemption.
That's because they know we're dumbasses. We're gonna buy it.
Yeah, like Skull and Bones.
Not anymore. Now we got fucking what's it? Xbox
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
You don't even have to buy the games anymore. It's just like a what, 12, 13 bucks a month?
Yeah, and you
16,
get Xbox
16
Live.
now.
Is it 16?
Yeah.
That's still.
But in Escape from Butcher Bay, you were in a freaking planetary confinement prison, and you would actually fight inmates and stuff. But it would get to the point where you would like hit them in the nose, and their nose would break, and their eyes would get black, and their noses would bleed, and their faces would swell over time as you were fighting them. And there was also a fighting game around that time called, I think, Tao Fing. It was like no one talked about it, but it was probably one of the best fighting games I ever played because you would start as you would like beat on certain parts of the body, like their arms would break, but then their arms would be droopy and they couldn't use it anymore, and their clothes would tatter. And like I want that fucking realism with games. And I feel like with what we have now, which like are consoles that are almost on par with PCs now, like
Oh, they're on par with a lot of PCs.
why can't we have that? Why
I
do
don't
we keep
know,
like
yeah.
why did Starfield come out and then it was just like, oh, this
Ragdoll.
is, yeah, like
Do you remember when the sniper games came out?
I never
That was
played-
a really big deal because they had the slow motion bullet going through, and wherever you entered into the body, it would show you the bullet going through.
Mm-hmm.
that was like
breaking all
a
the
phone
bones.
game, wasn't it?
No, it was for like Xbox.
360.
Was it 360 when it came out?
It was either late 360 or early Xbox
Like
One.
everybody thought that was the coolest thing in the world
Mm-hmm.
because it would like do this X-ray scan and like the bullet would go through the organs and the bones. If you happen to hit a bone, it would just shatter it, and like you'd have a piece of vertebrae coming out your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Like that was revolutionary.
See, I
for the
never
time.
played Sniper because I always thought it was one of those like B movie or not B movie, B list games where I never really heard anyone talk about it.
I mean, it's a cult classic now,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it has to be because they
They're-
had like
they're
Sniper
harder
2, Sniper
games.
3, or whatever like that.
they're like a shooter's version of fucking Dark Souls. They're hard.
Yeah, and I mean, it's crazy too how my preference in games have changed because I used to be huge into racing games. I love Need for Speed Underground 2 was my fucking shit, and now I can't stand playing racing games. Just doesn't.
I played like the really old Forza.
I remember Forza games. Yeah.
See, I really enjoyed.
I just
I
don't
wanted
give
to
a
get
shit
the
about
Forza Horizon, which is like the Need for Speed Underground type version of Forza, but for some reason it just doesn't. It just
doesn't do it for you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like I
Well, the
think
excitement's not there. Oh, there was a game that came out. It was for Xbox X, I think, and you're like an everything sports guy. You press a button and you're just on a bicycle and you switch to like skis, and then it switches to a skateboard or a snowmobile.
like on the
Yeah,
fly.
just like that.
You
Like
would
he
just be
fucking whips it
skiing
out
and-
of his ass, and then just like now he's skateboarding.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
What game was that?
I don't remember the name now. Well, I don't know. That was kind of new and interesting. Like you'd be going down a mountain, and you would start out mountain biking down the mountain, and then if you got to a cliff, you could just jump off the cliff and skydive down, parachute, and then go to like a ATV or a dirt bike, and just keep going down the
I used to like
mountainside.
I weirdly used to like the hunting games.
I love the hunting games. I had on my PlayStation 2, I think it was Deer Hunter.
Mhm.
I thought that game was so much fun.
Yeah, I think I had Deer Hunter on a PC, and I remember like figuring out like, oh, I can go online with this and actually like hunt with other people online when
Yeah.
I was like a teenager. But now it's like they have this like Call of the Wild or something like that, which looks
It
like a.
sucks.
Does it really?
I can't get into it. It doesn't remind me of like I need a little bit more arcade with the Deer Hunter games.
Mhm.
like the old ones were, where you could just go out and, you know, buy cool guns and do this and that. And then now you have to have like memberships, and you have to, like, everything was a pay to play for that particular game that you mentioned.
Call of the Wild?
Call of the Wild. Yeah, it was weird. And then, like, you have to have subscriptions for different maps and different regions. It got too... I was like, I'm not actually trying to fucking hunt for real.
Yeah.
I just want to shoot some cool shit and get some cool guns.
Yeah, that's the problem with gaming now, too, is everything becomes microtransactions. So they're like, oh, here is, like, the buns for the video game, but you have to pay for the patty and the cheese and the... It's really dumb. I really enjoyed the Fable games too, like the original Fable, Fable 1, 2, and weirdly I love 3, and a lot of people didn't like 3. Like people, once you became king and had to do all that weird stuff when the gameplay changed, and weirdly I love that because I was like, whoa, like my choices matter right now.
I was a big fan of Fable because that was one of the earlier ones where it was, you can kind of choose your own...
Yeah, your choices mattered.
Destiny sort of thing. So if you want to be a bad guy, evil villain, you could do that, and you would be rewarded for it. Or you could be in the middle.
And see, always with the Fable games, I would constantly play... I would do 2 playthroughs where I was super good, and my guy was like glowing angel with a halo around his head, but then I would be super fucking bad.
And throw the horns.
Throw the horns, my guy was balding. Like, it was like his face looked all fucking decrepit. And then now they're coming out with a new Fable, which I've seen announced on, I think, Xbox's, I think their showcase or something.
Where it is.
Oh, which I thought was going to be a short episode, but it's not.
Yeah, it's 100% not.
Yeah, we're at like an hour and 20. But I mean, I was getting ready. I was like, I think we talked a lot about it, and we can also have another.
I knew damn well this was going to be a long episode. As soon as you said video games, I was like, oh yeah, we're going to be here a while.
Yeah, I was like.
Especially because you like shitty games.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would be the one considered between the two of you to like the shittier of the games.
The thing is, I can appreciate all aspects. Of
yeah,
games.
I'm just talking shit.
If it's not big, open world, and
that's my
I
favorite.
can't kill everything in it, I'm not playing it.
Yeah. But there's really good.
Well, you're just reliving your childhood.
Yeah.
Just loving your open world shoot 'em up type games.
I don't know. I had a very like restricted childhood, so I think I'm drawn more to the games like GTA, like Assassin's Creed, where you know, it is what you make it, and
Kill people.
Yeah, it was kind of the same.
You do things how you want to do them.
Like, it was hard for me to get into D&D as a kid because I lived in the Bible Belt, and a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, even though
I never got into it because there was such a stigma around it. Like, oh, you play D&D, you're a nerd, or you're this
Satanist
or that,
or something like that.
And no, it wasn't like that kind of negative. It was more like, what's the word they use? Like when everybody tells you to do something or not do it between your peers. Peer pressure. Fucking Christ. It was that peer pressure. It was like, oh, you know, cool kids don't do that.
And that was me in Pokemon. I was a huge Pokemon trading card game guy and loved the anime. And of course, I get to my teen years, and you're like a loser if you're playing. But secretly, everyone loved playing Pokemon. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, I shouldn't have got rid of all my fucking cards, because I had like
I didn't. I still have all mine.
I had like first edition everything.
I didn't know how to play. I had Pokemon cards. I had Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I had fucking Digimon cards.
I never played the card.
I didn't know how to play them.
The card games.
I thought they looked cool.
Really fun and super easy to play.
Yeah, I just never played it.
Yeah, I have 2 starter decks. I have to bring by.
I love that you're shoving that cake down your throat.
Yeah. But I couldn't play GTA, even though I did sneak it.
Oh, same. I was not allowed to have GTA.
Yeah, but by that time, like by the time I started playing GTA, I was probably like 15, 16. So my parents were like, whatever. Like it wasn't. I think I ended up borrowing it from a friend of mine or something and just like played it.
Yeah, same. First thing I did was got $200 and got a hooker.
Yeah.
just to see that stupid car shake a little bit.
Yeah, I
was like, oh, this is so bad.
And then my freaking like I was actually a big Sims guy back in the day.
You like Sims?
Yeah. And then they had like the freaking cheats where you could take off the sensor bar thing. And I think
that explains a lot.
Yeah.
fucking held the mic really close for that.
And I think too in Sims 2 there was a cheat where you could get a first person's perspective, and because like the first part, it's either Sims 2 or Sims Deluxe. One of them, you start out in a hot tub with a chick, but it's like you have the sensor on. It's the third person, so you don't see anything. But there was like some cheat code or mod
that you can take it off.
That you could get in the first person mode, take it off, but actually see underneath. And so my freaking
yeah, you thought it was a
teenage horny ass was like doing all this stuff. Like Sims 2, I had all the mods where I could pose, grow the different penises.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that was an option.
The Sims 2 modding for the sex stuff is insane. And of course, my horny teenage ass
did it all.
Did it all. And now I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. We have stuff on the TV playing worse than all that stuff now.
But I think this is just a nice beefy episode.
That was good.
Figured we'd be a little more lighthearted and
not so down.
Not even down, just not so deep, you know.
Mm.
Like all of our stuff's been deep. You got anything, Moose, you want to add to the game chats?
No, I already talked enough shit.
Yeah. I was a big Halo guy. I remember Halo was a huge thing in my life.
I wasn't too big into it. Mainly because nobody wanted to play the story. They just wanted to play online. And I found it so exhausting.
That was when I was in my I want to be a professional guitarist era. So I wasn't really playing video games when Halo was big.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Halo 2 coming out. And one of my friends in high school, his dad was like the park ranger for the state park that was in our town. So we had access to the pavilion. So it was like an enclosed pavilion glass. So I remember like a bunch of us, like one of my core memories in gaming was a bunch of us went out to the middle of the woods in this pavilion. We all brought our own TVs, brought our own Xboxes. We all had Ethernet cables that we hooked up to.
Oh, you had a giant LAN party?
Yeah, I'm talking about like 20 to 30 of us.
Holy cow.
Where everyone had like pillows, chairs, or snacks, and then after we got done playing Halo, it was like a bit, not like a tournament or anything, but we had like it was like a tournament, but not the official tournament or anything. But I remember like the last game or something, it was like me and another guy playing Capture the Flag, like 4 of us playing against 4 other people, and we ended up winning. And I just remember all of us being like, yeah, whoa! But we're drinking Mountain Dew, eating Doritos, and then at the end of the night, we all decided to play. I want to say like real life Capture the Flag, because we're in the middle of the fucking forest here, and so we're all like running around through the woods with like these like belt things on, so we're trying to chase and hide, and that was a fun time. I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that time.
Oh, to be an Arkansas boy.
Yeah, there's some perks. There's some perks to it.
Yeah, I grew up 20 minutes from Chicago, and that was not an option. You don't go out in the woods at night. You don't know what crack dealers out there.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting shot in real life.
Yeah.
Real life GTA.
Well, I mean, that's all I got. I'll probably get off the podcast and realize there's 1,000 other things I can talk about. But the beauty of this, we can do a part 2 if we ever want to talk more games. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
Nope.
No. I was kind of quiet on this one. My video game choices are very finite, so.
Oh, it's okay.
Apologies.
It's all right. Well, we appreciate everyone tuning
John,
in.
you're a real dick.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out with us on this one. We hope you enjoy the not so serious, deep episode of Pomps and Plunder. I'm sure they will get deep again, and hopefully we'll start cranking out the client spotlights and start getting some of them in here to talk about their stories and stuff. Because we can only talk about so much before it starts getting repetitious.
Monotonous. Yep. All right, guys. Well, have a good night or day or afternoon or wherever the hell you are. But we're signing off.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.